to celebrate Kristin and Matt as they make a formal commitment to each other through the act of marriage. By being here, we take part in this commitment by offering our love and support, and we also give them the opportunity to begin their married life surrounded by the people most important to them. As someone who has been married quite some time, I can attest to the need for love in a marriage. But not only love, also dedication, patience, understanding, kindness, and laughter. Always laughter, even when times seem the hardest. It is also important to celebrate the things you have in common. But it is equally important to celebrate the differences between you. After all, this ceremony is meant to witness and affirm the choice you have made to stand side by side as partners in life. And as Anne Lamott says in Some Assembly Required, that two people fall in love and decide to see if their love might stand up over time. If there might be enough grace and forgiveness and the occasional memory lapse to hold their love together into the fullness of time. That we celebrate the commitment to this work, to the joy, to the inevitable struggles, to the energy that is both sweet and deep that the two people exude in their love for each other. That we celebrate our sense of humor and patience and the greatness and cost of enduring family love. Kristin and Matt have asked their parents to each do a reading, and that will take place now. First, we will have a reading by Karen Johnson. She's reading an excerpt from Khalil Gibran's On Marriage.
Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone, though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts.
And now Kim Johnson will read from the Leg of Heaven by Ursula Le Guin.
Love doesn't just sit there like a stone. It has to be made, like bread, remade all the time, made new. And for Louise Burbridge, some people meet the way the sky meets the earth, inevitably, and there is no stopping or holding back their love. It exists in a finished world beyond the reach of common sense.
Next, Al Roberts will read from 53 by E.E. Cummings.
May my heart always be open to little birds who are the secret to living. Whatever they sing is better to know, and if men should not hear, then men are whole. May my mind stroll about hungry and fearless and thirsty and supple, and even if it's Sunday, may I be wrong. For whenever men are right, they are not young. And may myself do nothing usefully, and love yourself so more than truly. There's never been quite such a fool who could fail pulling all the sky over him with one smile.
And finally, Susie Roberts will read an excerpt from Dancing to the End of Love by Leonard Cohen.
Dance me to your beauty within a burning violin. Dance me through the panic till I'm safely gathered in. Lift me like an olive branch and be my homeward dove. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love.
Thank you, parents.
the burning wheel of the sun.
Through the white apron of the baker, in the marsh bird's sun-living flight. However, you're not living in the orchard, the plums on the counter, or the house of cards.
And you are certainly not the pine-scented air. There's just no way that you are the pine-scented air.
It's possible that you're the fish under the bridge, maybe even the pigeon on the general's head, but you're not even close to being the field of cornflowers and dust.
And a quick look in the mirror will show that you are neither the boots on the corner, nor the book asleep in the boathouse.
It might interest you to know, speaking of the plentiful imagery of the world, that I am the sound of rain on the roof.
I also happen to be the shooting star, the evening paper blowing down an alley, and the basket of chestnuts on the kitchen table.
I am also the moon in the trees, and the blind woman's teacup. But don't worry, I'm not the bread and the knife. You are still the bread and the knife. You will always be the bread and the knife. Not to mention the crystal goblet, and somehow, the wine.
Do you, Kristin, accept Matt as your husband before these witnesses? Do you vow to love and care for him as long as you both shall live? Do you take him with all his faults and strengths as you offer your faults and strengths? And do you choose him as the person with whom you will spend your life? If so, answer now, I do, and place the ring on his finger.
I do.
Do you, Matt, accept Kristin as your wife? Before these witnesses, do you vow to love and care for her as long as you both shall live? Do you take her with all her faults and strengths as you offer your faults and strengths? And do you choose her as the person with whom you will spend your life? If so, answer now, I do, and place the ring on her finger.
I do.
The wedding rings are a symbol, invisible form of the unbroken circle of your love, so that wherever you go, you may always return to your shared life together. May these rings always call to mind your love. Kristin and Matt, in the presence of your family and friends who have joined you to share this moment of joy, you have declared your deep love and affection for each other. You have stated your wish to live together and your intent to always be open to a deeper, richer friendship and partnership. You have formed your own union based on respect and honor. Therefore, it is my joyful responsibility to officially acknowledge your union as husband and wife. You may now seal the marriage with a kiss. May you find joy together. May peace and happiness be yours. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Matt and Kristin Johnson.